Sup, y'all? Let us all say "Ayy!" Alright, let's go. My name is Stacks, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here, we go over everything Palworld related, from base building ideas to pal breeding strategies, and in this case, tips and tricks, cause you know.
Cash money.
Let's go! Alright, you know I'm a habitual yapper, so if you just want the tip.
Hey, yo, chill.
Hey, that's not what I meant. Come on, hold on.
Ain't no way.
Tips and tricks, dang, relax. Anyways, if you want to skip the yap session, go to this timestamp for the first tip right here. Like I was saying, while I'm working on the base building guide for the Fabric production base right here, yeah, that one, watch that vid if you haven't yet. That layout is crazy. And while you're at it, why not just sub to your boy, you feel me? I like to think I'm giving you some decent content, right? He's working on it, you heard? Hey, chill, they just got here. My bad. So I got 5 tips and tricks that'll hopefully help you all in some fashion. I scroll through 10s, not hundreds. Ain't nobody got time for that. Exactly 10 tip videos to see if my tips are on anybody else's lists. And guess what? They are not in those videos. So that means they're mine. My 5 tricks. No plagiarizing. I mean, ChatGPT does enough of that, right? Whoa, okay. No ChatGPT slander. I'm just kidding. I use it too. Sometimes. Okay. Tip number 1. Use advanced chests to store crop ingredients for food. Okay, let me start by saying I'm assuming you're at a high enough level to where producing large quantities of ingredients is not an issue. With that said, what you putting your ingredients in? Cold feed box? Worse, refrigerators? If so, stop it. It's unnecessary. I'm here to guide you to the light. You see, the advanced chest has a full 54 slots to carry ingredients per chest, while the cold feed box only has 30, and worse, the refrigerator only has 25. But Stacks, I need the fridge to keep my ingredients cold so they last longer before decaying. No, you don't. If your pals are making enough ingredients, you'll end up adding like 100 ingredients for each one that decays. You're never running out of it. Unless you are. In which case, step your game up. Just place an advanced chest in your base, turn off all the items in that chest except ingredients, and then your transport pals will bring all the ingredients to those chests. And also, turn the ingredient setting off on every other chest in the base, just so you don't get food in those. And while you're at it, turn off the ingredients in your feed box as well, and keep the food one on. That way only the cooked foods make it to your feed box. Got it? Good. So do yourself a favor, ditch those refrigerators that need a pal to cool it, and use some advanced chests instead. Which brings me to tip number 2. Use refrigerators. Okay, hold up. I know I just said ditch them, and I meant that, but not for meat. See, you want to keep one refrigerator to store any meat that you buy or get otherwise in order for it to last as long as possible. Since you can't harvest meat like crops, you want those to last longer in the fridge, so keeping one fridge for that purpose is actually useful. But there's one more thing it's even more useful for. That's right, them shrooms. For real, because like, why can't we grow mushrooms like everything else? Ain't it basically a vegetable? And I gotta go out to get them manually, and then I gotta go find them, and then they only last like 10 minutes per mushroom, and that's criminal. But yeah, meat and mushrooms. You want those to last as long as possible. So get your fridge and a level 5 cooling pal and keep them things frozen. Man, I know I just came off making that food production base video right here, that one, and all I can think about is food and all that good stuff. Tip number 3. For your mining base, if you're feeding your pals salads, stop it. Feed them grilled lamballs instead. Let's elevate our food game, champs. We graduated over here. Now, for real though, this setup's gonna pair with a mini tip I'll mention right now. Catch the 2 red coat merchants that sell eggs and lettuce respectfully. There's one that sells eggs. That one also sells the lamball meat that you need. Between the 2 merchants, you don't really need food plots in your production base unless you're making more advanced foods, but we're just talking about a production base here. It's much easier to get gold and buy like $99.99 of everything you need rather than waiting for it to grow. Or you could do both. I mean, you know, do your thing. It doesn't really matter to me. But the real point is that grilled lamballs will boost the sanity of each of your pals by 54 for each eating session. since they eat 3 times, 18 times 3, you know, big math. But with the big pals, they'll still run back to the feed pals in time to keep the work speed boost up. And if they don't, just crank that work setting to brutal and watch them work. You know what I'm saying? Tip number 4. Quick one for you. Buy your Paldium fragments. Yeah, I know we're talking about money and more money, right? Yeah, that's right. No broke boy level activity over here, you feel me? Just catch one of those green coat merchants that occasionally shows up on your base. That I think raids need to be turned on for this. Yeah, but catch them and just buy it. They're like 20 gold a pop. So at 999,900 gold, or 1 full session on the gold assembly line, that's like almost 50,000 fragments. 49,950 to be exact. And while you're at it, take those almost 50,000 fragments and flip it, right? Check it, you run the play. So you make 4,998 palmetto ingots with it, right? And then you also make 999 plasteel, right? Then you take that and you make 499 ultimate spheres with it, right? Then you sell them jokers for 2,255,480 gold with some materials left over. And boom, money glitch. Ayy! Tip number 5. Use that expedition station for real. Since this update right here, they changed the reward structure to multiply rewards rather than decrease time. I like this better. You need a ton of pal souls? Run it. You need some chromite and memories meat? Run it. You need some ammo? Run it. For real though, it's a very underrated way to get some of those annoying items that usually require tons of butchering or resource farming or stuff like that. I would say though, you might want to do a couple of things first before you start running this tip. See, first, you gotta beat all the tower bosses twice. One in regular mode and then again in hard mode. So technically you don't have to, but if you want to unlock everything there, you kind of have to. So, and then also, you know, they're not really that hard. Most of them are pretty easy. Just knock them out. Second, you want to build a raid army. You're probably doing that already, just for the raid bosses in the game. So you can take those same pals, flip it, use them for higher firepower to bring up that percentage higher up to about 1,300, so you can get 13 times the rewards with less pals. The last thing you want to do is work on the research lab thing and get all of those expedition boosts down the tree. You'll find those in the mining and the lumbering section. So get those, knock out all the upgrades, and you'll boost the rewards further. Now, once you do that, you don't even have to wait to do that. But once you do that anyways, run whatever you need for all of your materials. After putting 20 pals of whatever type is required, you can then throw those raid pals in there and get that number as high as you can. I believe 1,300 is the max. I could be wrong. And then boom, you get rewards like these, and these, and these. And if you take these expedition stations and put one in each base and just run them all at the same time, you're not even going to need to farm for a lot of those items anymore. Or, I mean, you could do what I do. Double up. Tip number 6. Sub to the channel, y'all. I'm kidding. That's not the tip. But can you sub though? I would appreciate it. So I hope one of these helped you in some way. If so, let me know which one was most useful to you in the comments below. So I'm gonna go back in the meantime and continue to work on this base build guide video, and I will see y'all later. Peace.